Good afternoon. Thank you for joining us today for the 74th Annual An Affair of the Heart Celebration and Fashion Show. The program will begin shortly. Please take some time to familiarize yourself with the Zoom instructions on the screen. If you need assistance, please contact our moderators using the chat. Our support staff is standing by and happy to help. And to engage with other attendees of today's event, please be sure to select all panelists and attendees in the chat window. Now, please join me in welcoming our Mistress of Ceremonies, Emmy Award-winning news anchor for ABC 7 WJLA, Alison Starling.
And good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the 74th Annual Affair of the Heart Luncheon and Fashion Show. I'm Alison Starling from 7 News right here in Washington, D.C., and I'm so happy to be back here with you again. I can't believe how many times I've had the opportunity and truly the honor to be part of this wonderful event. This event's 74 years old. I haven't done it 74 times, but I have done it 9 times. And I'm so excited to see what we have in store today, but also next year. I can mark 10 years, and hopefully at that point we can all be back together in person and see each other's smiling faces. But whether we're virtual or in person, the goal is the same, and that is to learn about heart health and to raise money. And this event does that so well every single year. As always, the fantastic members of the Women's Board have put together an amazing program for you today. Another wonderful celebration. It's a celebration of life, a celebration of fashion, all of the innovative research that you're going to hear about that we support. And also new this year, we have an auction. So that's really exciting. Hopefully you've had an opportunity to check out some of the auction items. Make sure you do that by just clicking on the website link that you see below. So check out those auction items. That's a great way to give your money for this event today and get something really fun out of it. Of course, it wouldn't be a Women's Board event without the fashion. And so we have Bloomingdale's back with us once again, and we are going to be treated to a fantastic fashion show. I don't know about you, we've had too much cold weather, too many snows already this winter, and it's time to look ahead to spring. And what better way to do that than with the fashion trends that we're all going to be seeing. So we want to try to make this as interactive as we possibly can. We've been doing this Zoom thing now for 2 years? So hopefully most of us are pretty good at it now. So if you can interact in the chat box, we would love to hear from all of you and hear, maybe let's test out the chat feature right now. We want to hear something fun, maybe what you're wearing, the red event. I've got my red blazer on over my work dress. It's not super exciting, no red ball gown or anything, but maybe some of you guys decided to wear something special in red today. We'd love to see that. And make sure when you go to chat with us that you touch the all panelists and attendees button so that everybody who's here today, and we have hundreds of us strong, so that everyone can hear and or see your message. And while you're checking that chat box, also let us know where you're joining us from. We could have people from all over our region or maybe even outside of the DMV. So we want it again to be interactive. Familiarize yourself with the chat box and share your thoughts with the program. So let me see here. I want to go ahead and see if we have any, oh, look at that. I see there's a red pantsuit. That's good. That's a classic choice. And let's see, what else do we have here? Oh, red heels, beautiful. Maybe some red bottom heels. Those are nice, very fancy. And then, oh, well, yes, of course, red yoga pants. Those are kind of hard to find. I'm impressed, but I guess with COVID, we have every color yoga pants these days to wear. So keep those answers coming. Once again, we really love to hear from everybody. And we thank you so much for taking your time on this Valentine's Day to be with us and celebrate the Women's Board and making all of our hearts healthier. Now, one of my favorite parts of this event every year, especially when we're in person, but virtually too, is that sea of red. People find their beautiful scarves and dresses and pantsuits. Men and women really know how to dress. And we know that the Women's Board has worked tirelessly to try to show up beyond just getting dressed up in your red, but to champion the life-saving work of the American Heart Association. And in fact, over the last 2 decades, this annual event, the Women's Board has raised, get this, over $8.5 million. Isn't that incredible? What a huge number. All of that money funding dozens of life-saving research projects, and all of them helping women right here in DC, Maryland, and Virginia. It's pretty incredible to be part of that. We also want you to know that the Women's Board and this event has funded researchers who really are developing breakthroughs that are making a difference around the globe with people who treat and understand heart and brain health. There's no doubt that the work of the Women's Board has led to countless lives saved. They couldn't do it without their dedicated members and leaders and tremendous sponsors, of course, who make this event happen and come together every year. So let's just, even though we're at home, let's give a big round of applause. I'll start to all of our fantastic sponsors who each and every year make this event so special. And we also want to give a very special thank you to our lead sponsors and to the entire Marriott family for their longstanding and generous commitment to the Women's Board and the American Heart Association. We want to thank the J.W. Marriott Foundation, the J. Willard, the Alice S. Marriott Foundation, the J. Willard and Alice S. Marriott Charitable Fund, and a fund of the American Endowment Foundation. Wow, just take a look at all of these names. Now, not only is today Valentine's Day, and hopefully you have something special planned with your special someone or your family, but we are right in the middle of National Heart Month. So it's a perfect time to talk about women and our heart health. And of course, in the middle of this pandemic, we have heard so much about our health in the last 2 years, but it has taken such a toll. In fact, during the COVID-19 pandemic, deaths from heart disease and stroke have risen significantly. Research shows, and this is incredible, 1 in 5 people report lower physical wellness. 1 in 3 report lower emotional wellness. So the American Heart Association is stepping up to help, encouraging everyone to take charge of their health now more than ever and to reclaim our rhythm. So to meet the needs of women now at every age, every stage, every season, the AHA is helping women reclaim their rhythm by walking hand in hand with them on their health journey. Let's take a look at this brief video.
It's been 2 years. We're tired. We're burnt out. We're just trying to get by. But today is the day. It's time to reclaim your rhythm. Pick your playlist and put on your favorite red look. With your jams turned up, get moving. Bring the good vibes and take back control of your health and mental well-being. Little steps add up to big changes. From dancing with your kids in the kitchen to grooving with your girlfriends, staying active is one of the best ways to keep your body and mind healthy. Stress can lead to unhealthy habits, and managing stress means managing your health. So reclaim control of your schedule and build in time to invest in a healthier you. Know your numbers and make moves to help keep your blood pressure on track. Go Red for Women will be here every step of the way. So let's do this together and create healthy habits today that will lead to healthier tomorrows. How will you reclaim your rhythm?
Wow, after watching that video, I am so inspired and energized, especially thinking about future generations. And I have my 2 daughters here with me now. Who's this? What's your name?
Emma.
And tell them how old you are, Emma.
6.
You're 6, and this is?
Ava.
And how old are you, Ava?
8.
You are 8. You know, like many of you, I've had really the joy of spending more time at home with my girls lately, and it makes you realize how important your health is to make sure we can live long, healthy lives together and be there to watch them grow up. And I think it's been a special time during this pandemic, right? To be together a little bit more.
Yeah.
So Ava's going to help us read a little bit of our next portion. Go ahead, Ava.
This event has always been about bringing together generations of women to celebrate this historic legacy of women's health and
Philanthropy.
philanthropy. Over the last 74 years, mothers and daughters, granddaughters too, have come together on the Women's Board to save lives. And who could forget our amazing junior hostesses each year? I'm so honored to be able to share this celebration with my own girls.
Oh, that's me, right? Saying that. I'm honored to celebrate with my own girls. And they wore their hearts for you today, right, Emma? Right? And we do all kinds of things to keep our hearts healthy, right? Eat healthy. Your real heart. What do you do to keep your real heart healthy? Eat healthy. Exercise. Yeah.
I don't usually exercise.
No. You play. So girls, thank you very much. And now together we're going to introduce someone very special. We are joined by someone who truly embodies the spirit of leadership from the heart. Gita Marin Joyce has been a member of the Women's Board since 2018. And in just that short time, she has made such a huge impact. It is my pleasure, or was my pleasure, to share the actual stage with her in the past when she co-chaired this event. And in addition to her work with the AHA, Gita volunteers throughout the community. She is an active member of the board of the International Country Club. She is a dedicated grandmother. How is that possible? And a certified Zumba instructor. That's fun. That's a fun exercise dance. Her passions for fitness and wellness and really giving back are an inspiration to all of us and a true source of joy for everyone she meets. So please help us welcome Gita.
Thank you, Alison and Miss Ava and Miss Emma. We've been so lucky to have you, Alison, as our hostess all these years. Your commitment and smile shine brightly for all of us today. For the past 74 years, the Women's Board has proudly worked to raise awareness and funding for research to eliminate heart disease and stroke. Last year's funds raised through this event, as well as a distribution from the Marriott Research Endowment for the American Heart Association, supported 5 research grants across our region. We are so proud and honored to sponsor all these grant recipients and their important work in developing new and innovative technologies towards life-saving cardiovascular research. Considering the events surrounding us these past 2 years, I am proud of our Women's Board and how we've managed to remain steadfast in our mission to ensure that more projects are funded and more lives are saved. Your support today will help change lives. I am joyful to be able to support the American Heart Association and impact so many lives. Many of the women on our board have incredible personal heart stories, and I wish I had more time to share each of their experiences with you. But let me share mine. Before COVID sadly took my beloved mother to her heavenly home, I'll always remember her words to me. Listen to your heart. Participate in things that make your heart happy. My parents' journey and our family's history of heart disease instilled my purpose to be involved with the mission of the Women's Board and the American Heart Association and be a part of that relentless force. My hope is that my daughter and granddaughter and all generation of women continue the journey to support and bring awareness to women's heart health. The work of the American Heart Association will propel us into the future. Today is a special day, and I share my heartfelt thanks to our dear friend Alison Starling and special guest Dr. Beth Payne. Thank you to our Luncheon co-chairs, Deb Wells and Ellen Kay, to our entire Women's Board, our Cardiac Physicians Advisor, Dr. Susan O'Donoghue, our AHA teams, to our wonderful friends at Bloomingdale's, the Marriott family, and all of our generous sponsors and donors. I look forward to being with you again next year for our 75th anniversary of Fair of the Heart celebration. Our Jubilee event will be one to remember. celebrating all of our efforts to improve heart health. Now, it is my pleasure to introduce Nancy Brown, Chief Executive Officer of the American Heart Association. Under Nancy's leadership since 2008, AHA has become a global authority on cardiovascular and brain health, as well as overall health and well-being. Nancy is committed to innovation at the intersection of science, technology, and public health on behalf of patients everywhere. We are so grateful for Nancy's steadfast support of the Women's Board, having joined us at many an Affair of the Heart luncheon celebrations over the years. Please join me in welcoming Nancy Brown.
Thank you, Gita, for your kind introduction. I'm so happy to be here with all of you today, and I'm deeply grateful to the Women's Board of the American Heart Association for your shared commitment to reduce heart disease and stroke for nearly 75 years. My heartfelt thanks to the dedicated volunteer leadership of our Women's Board Chair, Gita, Marin, Joyce, Vice Chair Mimi Lawless, and this year's event chairs Ellen Kay and Deb Wells. Their vision brought to life a spectacular program planned for you today. Our mantra at the American Heart Association is "We were made for this moment." Over the past 2 years, we rose to meet the needs of our communities. We advanced our science and research enterprise and provided support, education, and relief for patients, caregivers, and so many others who benefit from our mission. We are ready for whatever comes next, alongside our incredible champions like the Women's Board to save and improve lives. As we chart a new course in a world reshaped by COVID-19, health equity is our guiding light. We remain anchored in research, advocacy, community investment, and more. Locally, across Maryland, Washington, D.C., and Virginia, we have invested over $27 million in active research awards that could change people's lives. With your support, we are well positioned at the intersection of health technologies and scientific breakthroughs to improve access to quality care. We are also addressing important issues like maternal health, high blood pressure, and cardio-oncology while curbing teen vaping, tobacco use, and so much more. We believe that everyone deserves the same chance for a healthy, longer life, and together we are relentless in that pursuit. We are bolder and better because of generations of women coming together and standing beside us. For 74 years, this trailblazing group and their friends, family, and colleagues have made an extraordinary impact on the people who are counting on us most. You are truly the heartbeat of this organization. So many wonderful members of the Marriott family have been foundational throughout this event's illustrious history. Their leadership on the Women's Board, as well as a generous endowment fund, has impacted the lives of so many. I'm personally filled with gratitude for everything the Marriott family has done in support of the American Heart Association. And it's my honor to introduce this very special message from the Marriott family. Please welcome Donna Marriott, her daughter Debbie Marriott Harrison, and Angie Marriott, last year's event chair.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Affair of the Heart Luncheon. We are so happy to be here with you today, and we want to welcome all of you, all the Women's Board, and all of our wonderful guests. I am Debbie Marriott Harrison, and this is my mom, Donna Marriott, and my sister-in-law, Angie Marriott, is also on, and we're really excited to be able to talk to you today. Today, we're honoring my mother, Donna Marriott, who has been involved with the Women's Board for almost 60 years. And she joined because I was born with a congenital heart defect in 1957 and had surgery in 1962. And I will say that she has always been the #1 single fundraiser for American Heart Association for this luncheon and this event. And I'm really proud of her. And so, Mom, I have a couple questions for you.
Okay.
So what got you involved and why?
Well, you started out with the reason when you were born, you had a congenital heart problem. And in that day, the heart-lung machine had just been developed a few years before, and so they weren't doing a lot of open heart surgeries.
So, Mom, tell us one of your favorite highlights from one of the heart luncheons. We were talking about this the other night.
Well, in the early years, the first ladies used to come to the luncheon, and they'd all just make a brief remark. And it was really exciting to have them be there. Well, the last few years, they've had male models join the women coming down the runway, and the women love it. They whistle and clap and cheer and
Hoot and holler.
And so that's been a little bit of a change and very much fun.
That is quite something. Well, we really honor you, Mom, and we're so grateful for all the years you've spent working on this. I remember you having the ladies over to our house when we were little at the dining room table, stuffing envelopes and sending out invitations and having your meetings. And it was something I always aspired to do when I was a little kid.
In the early days, we used to go around door to door.
Angie, you have been the chair also and have done such a wonderful job running the women's board and chair of the luncheon. So do you have anything you'd like to add?
I was just daunting actually to follow in Donna's footsteps. They might be little feet and little shoes, but they leave a very large path. And I hope at some point I can look back and say that I was able to be as passionate and concerned about so many as Donna has been, and put the years in that she's done to make this such a success. So you've raised us well, Donna. We are truly all in this together, and continue to be a part of events like an Affair of the Heart will create a brighter future for so many. So from the bottom of our hearts, thank you all for being part of a legacy that will ensure longer and healthier lives for generations to come. It was our pleasure today to be with you.
Oh, thank you.
Wow, how inspiring. And we wanted to say a huge thank you to everyone in the Marriott family for your continued support of the American Heart Association. And your dedication has really just led to some groundbreaking breakthroughs in research and to saving lives. So thank you again to the Marriotts. With that inspiration in mind, I hope all of you will join the Marriotts and me today in supporting the American Heart Association once more. And the best thing is we've made it super easy for you. This is not difficult at all. There's a few ways that you can give to the American Heart Association today. First of all, you can do it by text. All you have to do is text AOTH to the number 41444. Again, that's AOTH to the number 41444. And then you'll just follow the instructions you receive after you send that text. You can also click on the link that you see there in the chat box right on the right of your screen. And if you do that, that's an easy way to make an online donation. You can also email or call the team directly if you like to kind of do it a little more old school. You can do that, call AHA after the event. The information is right there on the screen. Of course, they'd be really happy to take your donation at any time by phone. And you can also just do snail mail, that still exists, and the address is right there listed as well. Now, if you can believe, if you guys were here with us last year, we did this virtually. And at that event, just like this, we raised more than $400,000. So our goal is to surpass that amount. And I think we can definitely do that together. Every gift matters, doesn't matter how big or how small. We're just hoping that we can meet our goal of 100% participation, that everybody can give to the point where they feel comfortable. Also, we mentioned the auction. Don't forget, you can always bid on our wonderful silent auction items. That's a really great way to give, especially there's a spectacular beach house. I kind of got my eye on that one. The auction is going to remain open for a few more hours, all the way until 5 o'clock this evening. And all of your donations, all of your auction bids, they are going to all go directly to bolstering the work of the American Heart Association. I'm going to take a quick pause and give you just a second to donate in whichever way is most convenient for you. And thank you all so much for your support. The AHA team is telling me that those donations are just pouring in, which is really exciting as we try to surpass the $400,000 that we raised here last year. So combined with the thousands raised through sponsorship and ticket sales from this event, all of this will go to fund next year's Women's Board Research Grant. So just think about the breakthroughs that your gifts today can help to fund. How many lives will we help save together? And speaking of that life-saving research, we are thrilled to have a very special guest with us today who can tell us exactly about that. And that is the 2019 research grant recipient and AHA postdoctoral fellow, Dr. Laura Beth Payne, PhD. Dr. Payne's research at Virginia Tech's Fralin Biomedical Research Institute was funded by the Women's Board and this event right here only 3 years ago. So welcome, Dr. Payne. I know you prefer Laura Beth. So Laura Beth, we're so glad to have you here today.
Thanks so much for having me. I appreciate it.
And can you tell us a little bit about yourself and your work?
Sure. So I received my PhD in vascular biomedical science and recently completed my postdoc research, which was supported by the AHA Women's Board. And that funding also facilitated my ability to join the research faculty at Fralin Biomedical Research Institute at Virginia Tech, where my long-term goals there are to discover the molecular determinants of how the smallest blood vessels in the body, the capillaries, impact health and disease.
I know your research is focusing on healthy blood vessels and how they're formed, and then how conditions like stroke, for instance, can cause that lack of oxygen and contribute to unhealthy vessels. This research, of course, has huge implications for heart health in general. Can you tell us a little bit more about that?
Sure. I'm very interested in how the different cell types of blood vessels talk to each other. And in the event that that relationship is disrupted, such as happens with stroke or heart attack, I'm interested in understanding the mechanisms that maintain or repair and restore healthy blood flow. In particular, something I'm very excited about, we recently identified a new protein that may be integral to maintaining healthy blood vessels. And may have exciting therapeutic potential in treating events where blood flow is lost. As you know, academic research is dependent on continued funding support of organizations such as the AHA. And I recently submitted a career development grant proposal to AHA designed to support early career scientists such as myself. And that would enable research into this new protein and its ability to treat stroke and heart failure.
Well, not only is the work you're doing really exciting for all of us, but we also love to see a young woman in a position like this in medical research. How important is it to you that diversity is there and representation for women as well?
I love this question. It's close to my heart. I believe that as a culture, in order to make real progress, all backgrounds and voices must be represented and heard. And that's certainly true for women in science. We've come a long way from the days when research was mostly conducted by men, but there are still obstacles that need to be overcome. Speaking as a mom and a scientist, the challenges are still very real. So as women, I think we need to support one another so that we can bring new, valuable, and missing perspectives to the table. And organizations such as the AHA Women's Board is a wonderful way to support that.
And what about for a young woman who may be watching this and who thinks, wow, I would love to do that one day and be in the medical field or research? What's your advice to them?
I think number one, go after something you're really passionate about. Surround yourself with good people to push through the obstacles that will come your way. But also believe that you really can make a difference because you can. And even if science isn't your career, know that you can still make a huge impact. Overcoming diseases like stroke and cardiovascular disease takes a team. So get involved, do what you can, whatever that looks like for you. It may be financial donations to the Women's Board, who funds researchers like me. It may be giving of your time or participating in health surveys like the initiative AHA has, Research Goes Red, that's designed to create the world's largest women's health registry. That's a fantastic way to get involved.
All right, Laura Beth, Dr. Payne, thank you so much for your time, and best of luck on this fantastic work that you're doing. We really, really appreciate it. And you heard her mention, if perhaps you're interested in giving even more, it's not too late. All you have to do is go there to the chat box and all of the instructions will be there. So now it is time, and I'm thrilled to introduce what a lot of people have been waiting for, and that is, of course, our spring fashion show. It's always a favorite for our Affair of the Heart, the Bloomingdale Spring Fashion Show. And you will get your instructions at the end of the event, so make sure you stick around for that, on how you can actually shop all these looks here locally at Chevy Chase. Now, you might recognize some familiar faces, so be on the lookout. We've got this year's event co-chairs and resident style mavens, always very fashionable, Deb Wells and Ellen Kay. So be on the lookout as they get in on the fun at Bloomingdale's. And now it is time to be transported to the runways of Chevy Chase, Maryland, to enjoy the looks of our spring fashion show. Enjoy.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Lee Williams, General Manager of Bloomingdale's Chevy Chase, and we are thrilled to partner once again with the Women's Board of the American Heart Association for their 74th annual Affair of the Heart event on this Valentine's Day. We look forward to this event every year. Not only is it our first opportunity to debut some of our spring fashion trends, it's also an opportunity for Bloomingdale's to give back to the community and support the efforts of the American Heart Association. I speak on behalf of our entire company and especially the Chevy Chase store when I say thank you for all that you do to fight heart disease and stroke. I'd like to thank the Women's Board for giving us the opportunity to participate in this event, and I'd especially like to thank Deb Wells and Ellen Kay, who were able to join us here in the store this afternoon.
The team at Bloomingdale's has curated a special spring collection show just for us. They've pulled together something really special for us today with you, our wonderful Affair of the Heart audience, in mind.
So Ellen and I have had a chance to see some of the items that have been pulled for this fashion show as the models are getting ready. And all I can say is, wow.
You are gonna love the looks, and there's something for everybody, from casual to spectacular gala looks. And let me just add, Deb, that it has been such a pleasure to work with you as the Luncheon co-chair this year. Really enjoyed every minute of it.
Thank you so much, Ellen.
And we also want to toast our wonderful chair, Women's Board Chair, Gita Joyce, for all her leadership and support.
And now it's my pleasure to present our Spring 2022 Bloomingdale's fashion presentation.
Happy Valentine's Day, everyone. So excited to be here with you this afternoon. I'm Jennifer Benson, the Trader Marketing and Special Events Director for DC, and I'm here with Brian.
Hi, everyone. I'm Brian Gaducci, and I am the Assistant Fashion Director for Ready to Wear and Center Core. Happy to be here.
So excited to have you. So just so everybody knows, Brian and I are going to be providing some styling tips throughout the show today to hopefully inspire you for your next fashion shopping experience at Bloomingdale's. And we're also going to be sending you a shoppable lookbook right after the event. So we're going to be mentioning the designer names throughout the show, but if you miss anything, don't worry. We're going to be sending that to you right after the show. So this first look is from Bloomies. So Bloomies is Bloomingdale's brand new concept store. So I don't know if you guys have been yet, but it just opened in the Mosaic District. And this dress is by Colt Gaia. One of the things that you'll notice when you go to Bloomies is all of the incredible designers.
Another great designer in Bloomies, we have here Stod. This dress is a beautiful blue toile option. It has a corseted waist. It also is great with a sneaker, just really easy, effortless look to wear anywhere.
So this next look is by Colt Gaia, and this shirt is just a true showstopper. I love the architecture of it. And we have it paired back with another cult guided piece, which is that khaki skirt. And it looks so beautiful together.
Such a statement maker.
For sure.
This next one is T. It is a new brand for us, so we're really excited about this new brand. Also, this is a poplin dress, and poplin dresses is a huge trend that we're loving for spring. This blue kind of shorter length detail is just amazing.
So in my opinion, no one does dresses quite like Ted Baker. So this is a Ted Baker floral dress. I love the puff sleeves, and that detailing in the back is so beautiful, and it really just adds a little something extra.
And the print and colors are just so much fun. This next look, it's just really easy. It's like a jogger option. The pants are actually Puerto Rico. The shirt is Bloomies. Pairing it with like a strappy high heel sandal from Schutz. It's just an easy option that you can wear even back to work.
And as Brian mentioned in the previous look, this is also Puerto Rico, and I want to say this is a brand new designer to Bloomingdale's Chevy Chase. You haven't been to Bloomingdale's in a while, you should check it out. But what I love about this look here is we're kind of showing you how to wear that sheer trend that we've been seeing so much.
This next dress, I'm obsessed with this dress. It's from Remy Brooke. It's actually an exclusive for us here at Bloomingdale's in this beautiful lilac color.
It's absolutely, I feel like wearing this, I would be so happy. And of course it has pockets. For me, nothing speaks spring like a white maxi dress. I love this off the shoulder option from Aqua. And it has some beautiful lace detailing that you can see that kind of is up at the top, but also detailing through the bottom as well. So just a really classic springtime look.
You can also easily wear that to the beach vacation. Similarly, loving this aqua dress too. It's a yellow toile option. It's in a midi length, which I'm obsessed with that length. It's just super easy. You can dress up, dress down, pairing it here with these Sam Edelman sandals.
Well, I know many of you go to Florida often, and so I feel like these dresses are just perfect for a vacation to Florida. This dress is by Colby Halpern, and I really believe he does prints like no other. And also his dresses are really timeless. So to me, this doesn't scream 2022 spring, but just a really amazing piece that you would have in your wardrobe for years to come.
The next is also a look that we could envision you wearing to Florida. It's definitely just a little bit more casual, so love to roll out these kind of flowy trouser pants. This is from Max Mara, both the pants and the sweater. Super easy, makes me feel very maritime, beachy with the stripes as well.
So this next look is also by Max Mara, and for me, I feel like this is a perfect way to kind of transition back into the office. I know some of us are working a more hybrid work environment. And so when we go into the office, we really want to have show-stopping pieces like this Max Mara suit.
Loving the blazers, especially for the back to office. It's so fun and easy to pair it with like a dress. So this Alice and Olivia faux leather blazer is very statement making, paired back to this Lafayette 148 floral dress.
So in this look, we have multiple designers. So the skirt, which is absolutely amazing, is by Reese. And then we also have the top, which is by Maj. And I have to say, for me, this type of pleated midi skirt is something that I find myself wearing so often, just because I can pair it back with a t-shirt. I can wear it with sneakers, but I can also dress it up. So it's just, to me, it's a staple piece in a wardrobe.
If you're looking for kind of a more casual office look, we have this khaki jeans. So these are by Bash. The top is also kind of a puff shoulder sleeve in this floral toile. So it's a fun kind of easy mix it up for something a little bit more casual.
Absolutely. And so again, I think this look could definitely take you back into the office, but these pants to me are just one of my favorites in the entire show. They are by Gerard Jarrell, and they are a high-waisted flare. And I think a lot of us are kind of getting mixed messages in terms of what is on trend for denim. And I will say this high-waisted flare is here to stay for the spring season, and I am thrilled about that.
I do love a good flare. Another kind of pant option that we're really liking, speaking of flares, is a more cropped option. So these are from Rebecca Taylor. It's not denim per se, but it's a houndstooth printed pants. And also loving this Marc Jacobs tote. And then of course, you can't go wrong with a retro sneaker, just kind of a fun, fresh take on a sneaker option.
I have a lot of favorites in the show, and this dress is by Reese, and I love the midi length with the long sleeves. I feel like this is a staple piece in the wardrobe.
For something that's super timeless, where I'm loving this midi length skirt option from Bash, paired back with this beautiful Lafayette 148 blouse. I mean, it just screams effortless, chic, luxury. I mean, it's stunning, absolutely.
Yeah, the fabric with that shimmer is so beautiful. And so this dress here is by BCBG Maximara, and to me is just a quintessential spring piece. I love the pleated bottom, the tie waist, and the little bit of the poofy sleeves. We're seeing a lot of that in the spring runways, and this dress kind of has it all.
Loving a black and white moment. Alison Olivia does it so well here with this fun black and white striped blazer. Their top, we also have, of course, a Kurt Geiger shoulder bag, add a little pop of color. Definitely a fun kind of graphic print to kind of play around with.
Yeah, I mean, you cannot go wrong with black and white. It is super classic. And this suit jacket is by Alison Olivia as well. And I mean, it has like everything you would ever want in a suit jacket. We have it paired over a Rebecca Taylor silk slip dress. And what I love about this look is that it shows you how you can wear a suit jacket in a couple different ways.
And if you're talking about Alison Olivia, you can't talk about them without talking about color. They do this Dylan wide leg pants in the red with a more fit-in kind of top option. And of course, speaking of color and accessories, is that Kurt Geiger bag.
Oh yeah, I love the Kurt Geiger bag. It's amazing. So these shoes are actually by Kurt Geiger as well. And check out the color there. In this dress, Alison Olivia, and it's that same beautiful turquoise blue, which I loved from the previous look. And this dress is sequins, which makes it even better.
Another fun material, in addition to sequins, is leather. Loving a faux leather look. It's very much more edgy. You can also dress it up and dress it down. It's not just kind of something you can wear in the evening. You can wear it out in the day. It's also just a really great, fun, fresh look.
This next look is by Colby Halperin, and what I absolutely love about this whole outfit are the pants. So the pants actually have a side slit and then an overlay that kind of makes it look like a skirt as well. So to me, just an absolute essential in the wardrobe.
Speaking of showing a little skin, like with the side slit, cutouts are a huge trend that we're loving and seeing everywhere in spring. This black option here is just effortless. It's by Stod. It's just super easy. Show a little skin, but do it tasteful is what I like to say. And Stod really does that well with this dress.
So talking about showing some skin, we are also seeing mini skirts make their debut on the spring runways. What I love about this look and this skirt here is by Maj. It's a really beautiful tweed. We have a Tory Burch bag paired with a couple silk top.
And speaking of shirts, this is by Armani and it's absolutely stunning. You can never go wrong with a fun shirting option. This is just a really fresh, fun tank with the kind of the midi length skirts and of course the fun Kurt Geiger shoes, mules as well.
And we're seeing a lot of these silk materials being used. And so same goes for this amazing dress by Theory. I think my favorite part about this dress though is the way it's cut. So that twist front is so flattering. And then it has the collar, so it's a little professional, but the silk really makes it a little sexy.
So this next dress, it's by Reese. It's a really fun kind of long maxi length option. It's a deep V, kind of a wrap tie in the waist. And then the print is just so fun. It's so unique.
So this next look is a real showstopper, and this is a suiting option by Armani. And I would say all suits are not created equal, and Armani cuts one of my favorite suits.
I love these joggers, these leather joggers from Boss, and it's just a full Boss look, with all the purple, and it really breaks it up nicely here with these Sam Edelman ankle boots, tucking it in. It's just a really fun detail.
I think that pop of white really is nice because it transitions you into the spring season, even though it's a little chilly out. And so now we are going to show you some gala looks. This is probably one of my favorites. This dress is by Aqua. And the reason I love it is because she wears the dress doesn't wear her. It's super simple, but it really makes a big impact.
The next is also by Aqua. I love sequins. It just really speaks gala, it screams gala. It's just everything. You know, this one is also a one-shouldered 8-semester gown, so it kind of really adds a lot of different dimension to this dress.
And so we're seeing a lot of really nice necklines, a lot of unique necklines. So this halter, which is a huge trend for the spring, I think is just absolutely elegant. This dress is by Ava Emma, and it is a full beaded gown. And what I love about it is like how the top kind of overlays on the bottom, which I just think is really fun and different.
Another great dress is this from Ava Emma. It's a one-shouldered gown. It's just so flowy. The draping is absolutely beautiful. You really can't go wrong.
So this is an aqua sequins mock neck dress. And again, we're seeing so much sequins. I think all of us are eager to get out and make a splash. And I think sequins are not going to steer you in the wrong direction.
And closing out the show, we could not do it without putting in a red dress, your favorite color. This one is just beautiful. It's an aqua one-shoulder gown. The shoulder detail is just super stunning. It really is meant to make a statement. So definitely check out this dress. And that's our show. Be on the lookout for our shoppable feature so that in case you missed any of the designers listed, we'll have it all there for your convenience.
We also would love to see you at our Bloomingdale's Chevy Chase store. We have set up a Shop the Show pop-up that will be up until February 22nd. So if you stop by, you can shop all the looks that you saw today. Plus, we'll be giving you a $25 gift card just for stopping by. All you have to do is mention the Women's Board of the American Heart Association. Brian and I want to wish you a happy Valentine's Day from our hearts to yours. Thank you so much for the opportunity to allow us to show you our Bloomingdale's Spring Fashion Show.
All right, thank you so much to Bloomingdale's. Thank you too to Deb and Ellen. What a fantastic fashion show. I don't know about you guys. I cannot wait to grab a hold of the lookbook and try to find some of those things for myself. It has me dreaming of spring break and vacations. Thank you so much to everyone who put in so much hard work to make that fashion show a success. It was fantastic. And friends, our time together is drawing to a close. Sadly, this is an event I look forward to every year, and I can't wait until next year, hopefully, that we can do this all in person. I do want to take a moment to remind you about our silent auction. Those items will remain open until 5 o'clock tonight, so you still have some time if there's something you've got your eye on there. And in addition to your bids, it's never too late to make a donation. You can do that at any time. The instructions we shared with you earlier, they're going to be up on your screen again at the end of our program if you missed any of that. And I also just want to invite anybody who hasn't given yet to consider doing that so that we can reach that goal of 100% participation. There are nearly 1,000 of us on the line. How cool is that? So imagine if everybody gave even just a small amount, what a difference we could make. A few people to thank, specifically our chair, Gita, all of the members of the Women's Board for bringing us together for this wonderful celebration. Also, we want to extend a big thank you to our local AHA team. They're the ones who made this digital celebration possible, and it was a lot of hard work. So we're talking about Ricky, Jordan, Anita, Elizabeth, Roxana, all of them executing behind the scenes beautifully. Sula, for all of your leadership with AHA's work across the greater Washington region. And of course, the American Heart Association CEO, Nancy Brown, for being so incredibly supportive of the Women's Board over the years. Once again, I just wanted to say it's been an honor to be your Mistress of Ceremonies. Thank you so much for including me here. I look forward to seeing all of your beautiful faces in person, hopefully next year as we come together to make heart health a priority. Here is to a healthy and wonderful year, and have a great rest of your day.